thoughts on that performance?
Yeah, look, on the night in general, I thought it was a fantastic night. Great crowd here in Sydney. The undercard really set the tone for what was a really exciting finish in Nikita and Cohen. I think they lived up to all the hype, all the talk that we talked about leading up to it. I think, Nikita paid his respects to Cohen, but I think you absolutely have to give credit to him. He is definitely one of the best super welterweights in the country, and he absolutely pushed Nikita to bring the best out of him, and I thought Nikita was amazing again. I always say that he's the most exciting fighter in the country. He takes us on a roller coaster with every fight, and leading up to it, he talked about changing that strategy. But he took us on the roller coaster again tonight, and it was an enjoyable outcome. But it was definitely got the heart rate going at different times. But that's the beauty of Nikita Tszyu. He can bring absolutely everything to a fight night and entertain the crowd and give us all something special to remember. So really proud of Nikita winning his first regional belt as well, and looking at moving into the world rankings. So a fantastic result.
Nikita, when you say you were out on your feet somewhere in the middle rounds, probably 6 or 7, was it like a fatigue issue or because you were getting punched in the head?
Did I say I was out on my feet?
On the post.
I don't think I meant that. I was in deep waters is a better way to describe that. I was never really out. I was facing myself in the mirror. Really, I was at like the lowest. I was like at near breaking point, and I really had to dig deep in there.
How did you feel your, I suppose, new game plan?
It worked in some areas, didn't work in others. He brought a game plan that kind of surprised me. I was expecting him to be a little bit more backwards fighting, and it kind of took me by shock, but I made the adjustments, and some things worked, some things didn't, and I was glad that I got him with some body shots to slow him down.
How much would that benefit you for what happens next in your career, being able to go through something like that and turn around after that?
Yeah, I honestly needed that. It was a great wake-up call for the toughness of this sport and the level that I'm kind of stepping into. This isn't domestic fights where like Cohen was as fit as they come. Right? I was hitting him with some of the harder shots I've ever done, and he just looks at me and he's like, "Come on!" Like, fuck's sake. But yeah, that's exactly what I needed. I need that kind of test because it's a good introduction into the world that I just jumped into. That's the world rankings.
How did it feel at the end? Can you just talk us through your feelings when you were finishing it there at the end?
I think, did I get him with a body shot first to slow him down? I think we were in the clinch first, but I remember a couple punches landed and he kind of leaned on me and I just kept throwing more and more hooks. And the moment I heard the referee say, "Show me something, Cohen," I felt that, okay, we're close. And I started unleashing, and yeah, lucky he didn't keep throwing.
This week you said about your camp was tailored around not every shot needs to be a knockout. You pulled it out when you needed to tonight, I noticed, but did you feel like that in there? Did you feel like you stayed disciplined?
Well, I stayed disciplined in some areas. Compared to the sparring, I'd say that was a C-rated performance. I was a little bit more disciplined in sparring, but I think I had more defensive sparring partners. So yeah, I wasn't expecting him to come forward the whole time.
Nikita, you were asked about Zarafa in the ring. You said, "I'll leave it to my promoter." Your promoter says, "Yeah, let's get it on." What are your thoughts now? Is that the next step for you?
It doesn't bother me. I don't care what happens. I'm not a businessman. These are the businessmen. They decide my future. I trust them with my life and soul, and whatever they want to do is what we do.
Were you aware of the drama in there with his fight and how it ended and everything that happened?
I heard there were Michael's brother punched Tommy Brown. Yeah.
Tommy moved the
Yeah. Bananas.
You didn't see it, I guess you would.
No, I was warming up. I heard everyone in the change room kind of like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" But I was I was worrying about the pads.
How would you approach a fight with Michael Zarafa?
I don't know. I don't even want to think about his name right now. Yeah, I don't know what to think about him.
George, what did you make of that melee?
Yeah, look, I'm not a fan of that. You know, my preference is that what happens in the ring stays in the ring, and that's how it should have ended. What happens after this now, we'll talk to combat
What
sports.
happened?
The fight ended early, and then a few people ran into the ring.
Why they run into the ring?
I don't know.
No one knows yet.
Whose team ran in first?
I think Tommy came in to assist Tommy Mercury, and then Zarafa's younger brother came into the ring, and he threw a punch and hit Tommy Mercury.
We'll talk through
Yeah,
what happened and you know, hopefully the right action's taken, and you know, we don't want that happening at our events, and we won't support that happening at our events in the future.
There's been so much, I guess, history between the Zarafa and Tszyu families. Tim's now moved on, he's got bigger fish to fry. But what about the prospect of Nikita now stepping up and taking up that challenge?
Look, it's a real chance of happening. There's no point hiding it. It's a great domestic fight, probably the best domestic fight we can have in the country. It's just a matter of getting it to work and looking at the commercial realities of it versus the other opportunities that are already lined up for Nikita. So we're realists. We'll all get together as we always do, review everything and come up with the best plan forward for Nikita in all aspects. And Michael Zarafa is an interest for us, but there are others also. And so we're in a great position, and we've got great promoters. And I showed again tonight that, you know, with no limits, we've got opportunities. And I think Michael Zarafa and Nikita tszyu would be a great fight. It's just a matter of making that happen in the right time frame that actually works for us.
There's nothing contracted, like there's nothing written down on a piece of paper that says this fight has to happen.
Look, anything can happen. Anything can happen in boxing. A fight doesn't happen until it happens. So, I really wanted to see a lot from Michael tonight. I think he did a lot in the promotion leading up to it. Unfortunately, you know, the fight was stopped early due to injury, and I don't think that we got to see where he's at now. I thought he fought a lot more aggressively than he did in his previous fights, and so it showed that he really does want to be back and fighting here in Australia. So he wants to be a name here in Australia, and the big names here in Australia are tszyu, Nikita tszyu, Sam Goodman, and so if he wants to fight at super welterweight, Nikita tszyu, tszyu, they're the guys that that are the kings of the division. They're the names of the division. They're the pay-per-view kings. Everybody turns up to watch them. So if you want to be known in Australia, you want to get in the ring with them.
He was supposed to stay around and do a confrontation in the ring. Are you disappointed he wasn't here at the end?
Oh, I've got no doubt that whatever he missed out on, he'll be able to make up for it with whatever he's got to say going forward. You know, he didn't hold back on anything that he said leading up to the fight in this promotion, and I don't think he'll hold back on anything he's got to say going forward either. He's very vocal. He's very vocal. He says what he believes, and he's got no filter. So I'm sure he'll have plenty to say, and that's fine. It's fine. It's boxing. We want entertainment. We want excitement, and Nikita provides excitement with his hands, and Michael provides excitement leading up.
Nikita, Tim shared your victory on Instagram story, but was he on FaceTime or have you spoken to him yet? Nothing yet?
No, we literally just got back.
Yeah.
He would have watched it. I'm sure someone would have streamed it, possibly from close to ringside. But yeah, Tim was very confident that Nikita would take care of it, and I think Tim would have been pretty impressed based on the fact that they came through a totally different camp together, and Nikita got a bit of a look at what it's like to spar at that next level and put him in good stead for tonight. But you know, I think Cohen Mazudia showed us tonight just how much of a champion he is, and he's got a huge future ahead of him. And we just hope that he comes through the other side and, with all health ticks, you know. So.
What you want?
Sure, like he's a machine. He's a machine. Keep it up, Cohen. Yeah,
Yeah, he's got a great future. He really does, and a terrific bloke. And as for Michael, Michael's got to deal with no limits to fight on no limits, and so George is winking at me and smiling at me. So we'll be chatting as to whether or not that is next for Nikita. But it's an exciting opportunity for the Australian public to stitch that one together.
What's your one takeaway from tonight, Nikita?
Do more body shots, like punching people in the head.
I guess welcome to the world rankings. That was a great introduction into the world rankings.
Twice.
A worthy introduction.
Also, we got the knockout bonus.
I didn't think we put up a bonus.
It's in your top pocket, mate. If you just have a little look there, you might see an envelope.
There it is.
I seen it. He gave it away. Thanks, George. We appreciate whatever it is, but just make sure it's a nice fat envelope.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.